G'day boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Get Fit or Die Trying. Just down here at Fox Creek Bike Park, which is partially reopened. Going to suss out a few trails. First time I've actually been here, so I have no idea where to go. I'm going to get trail forks up and sort of see what we can find. I'm just going to go for a bit of an explore. It's Monday the 11th, no the 12th. Yesterday was the opening day and it was busy as, consequently very dusty down here. And let's see where to go. So this one here is basically sort of the last section of the Easy Rider Loop, which I just sort of just found this first little opening off the main sort of fire track coming out of the main car park there as you go up the hill. Just on the right hand side, first little turn off, and then there's this little entry point, so I thought I'll give that a crack. My first taste. It's quite lamey, kind of sand-like. Yeah, it's had a good thrashing over the weekend, mate, or on the Sunday, day before. Obviously with its grand opening, well it's not a grand opening, but a soft opening. It's a gradual reopening of the trails around here. I had a look on trail forks, apparently there's 84 trails. And only 6 are showing as open at this point. So it's pretty much just going to take me back to where I started. So if you just take that trail there, it takes you back to the main car park. G'day mate. Alright. So where do we go from here? Jeez. Language warning. Fucking twig, man. Look at this shit. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I thought my derailleur was a goner. Fucking wreck your mech. Always gets me how you ride over shit like that and it has to get into your spokes and into your mech. At least it was on a rock. I think your mech survived that. So what do we got here? No entry. Righto. Right, what do we got here? The outcrops. Two-way, okay. Take it up. Yeah, so now we're on the outcrops, which is the blue trail. Didn't quite get it from the beginning, fairly close. Yeah, first time riding these trails in here. I'm a Fox Creek virgin, no longer. It's funny, man, I used to ride past this place all the time on the motorbike, going down Croft Road. And I've been looking at these guys, you know, getting their bikes out of their cars and pedaling around at the top there near the road, thinking, why would you bother doing that when you can ride a motorbike? Man, how times have changed though. And I used to think to myself, oh, wouldn't it be awesome if we could ride our motorbikes in there? That's never going to happen. Did have a couple of chats with David Spears about the, you know, possibility of allowing somewhere closer to Adelaide where you can sort of ride your motorbikes in that wasn't a dirt road, but you know, there's some sort of single track and whatnot. But yeah, it was all but a pipe dream. But you want to think about it technically. Well, this is a motorbike, I guess. It is an e-bike that has an electric motor. Some might call it cheating. I just call it fun. Seriously. Just the way that you can power up over, you know, all these obstacles and stuff, you know, like it's, yeah. I would have been lucky to probably do 10Ks if I came here on my normal bike. But the terrain around here is just that hilly. And I'm not super fit by any means. I'm much fitter than I used to be. But definitely no sort of athlete. This Strava refers to me as. Yeah, this one's not a bad little trail. There's a bit of a mixture of, you know, rocky stuff and stuff like that. It's probably about as hard as it gets on that one. No real big jumps or anything. Yeah, it would have been nice to come in here back in the heyday, you know, when all the trees are still around. I mean, we had fires ripped through here 2 years ago. So it's basically, you know, had its guts ripped out. All the dead trees have been logged. Right, yeah. Up our little trail. Oh, desert mouth now. Green trail, well, let's give it a crack. Yeah, so what's that one now that I'm going on? I'm thinking that's probably... Might have got onto the Cuddly Creek Cruise or something. Some of these green trails we consider blue in other parts. Sort of depends on who grades them. How do they get graded? Well, what is it? Maybe it's... Yeah, that's the Cuddly Creek Cruise, that's right. Because I remember it's got this hairpin right at the end of it, well, in the middle of it sort of thing, a bit of a lookout. It's a bloody hose pipe again. Didn't have to worry about that with the helmet cam. Oh, missed the turn off there. But yeah, I much prefer this point of view, that's for sure, mate. The helmet cam was just too floaty, man, it was weird. This is heaps more engaging. Anyway. And that bloody mech, I wasn't sure if the bit of branch that got stuck in there gave it a bit of a, you know, bit of an adjustment on the fly, so to speak. But could have been a lot of dust getting in around the place too, because I'll tell you what, man, after 1 hour's worth of riding, my chain sounded like, you know that sound when you're eating a bowl of cornflakes? Just crunch, crunch, crunch. It was so noisy, man. It was like, it was ridiculous. It was so dry. And I literally cleaned it and oiled it the night before. So listen to that Mac. It's not changing real well. Yeah, how's it going? Righto, so now, which one are we hitting now? Come out of there. Oh, we're still on it. That's right, so we're still on, oh, this one's called Green Corp. Yes, Green Corp. I'm just sort of referring back to Trail Forks here. It won't actually show me my ride log, because apparently, even though you can import Strava rides into Trail Forks, it won't do it if it's an e-bike ride. Like, what's up with that, Trail Forks? You need to get your shit together on that front, mate, because e-bikes are no longer, you know, considered like, I don't know, what would you say? Rare? Not as popular as a normal bike, obviously, but yeah. So look at the little boxes that you can tick, and it just says if it's an e-bike ride or if it's a manually inputted ride, things like that, it won't import it. So I don't know what the deal is with that, man. If you know how I can import my Strava rides directly into Trail Forks, that'd be great. Especially my e-bike ones, because I've got to set my Strava rides to e-bike rides. Because if you don't, it looks like you're just smashing all the bloody times, you know, like King of the Mountain and fastest time here and this and that. But if you have a look, a lot of people's little icon next to their ride, if they don't have the little lightning bolt selected on it, it means that they haven't changed their e-bike ride to an actual e-bike ride. So, you know, some people would call it cheating on Strava if you ride into all that sort of stuff. And I know that first few rides I did, I didn't even realise you had to do that. And I kept on getting this message saying your ride has been flagged. And I'm thinking, what's that all about? And I've gone into it, eventually worked it out. It's because, you didn't flag it as an e-bike ride. So all those little records and little trophies and shit that you get, if you don't select that, it's going on this mech. Should slightly be out after that. Bit of branch got in there. Yes, as I was saying, you know, people have probably gone onto there and gone, oh, he smashed my record, but he's on an e-bike, because I've got photos up there of an e-bike, so they've probably gone and flagged it. Or it's automatically flagged, I'm not really sure. Yeah, you go and switch it over to e-bike and all those little trophies and that, they disappear. Unless you know, actually made some achievements against other e-bike riders, then you'll see those little trophies and whatnot come up, personal records or whatever. But, yeah, I'm not totally into all that sort of side of Strava, to be honest. Let's try this one. It's a good little tool to have, I guess, if you want to get all competitive, and you know, I guess it's a good way to check your own times and beat your own times. Really, that's all I want to be better at. But you know, to do that, you've got to keep coming back to the same trails over and over to do that. And I tend to just ride different trails all the time. I mean, I will eventually visit the same trails again, but I won't do that sort of every weekend, just go back to the same trail. You know, I was doing a little bit there with 50 Shades of Clay, only because it's local, and I first got my new bike and whatnot. I was going back there, but yeah, just get a bit bored of doing that. I like to get out and explore, and this place is awesome. I can't wait for more trails to open up, because it's a proper bike park, man. It's like 84 trails, man. I mean, if you can get those 84 trails up and going again, it's just, yeah, it's just incredible. But yeah, there's still a lot of clean up to do. 2 years on from those bushfires, they're still logging out all that dead wood and generally cleaning up a lot of stuff, you know, like the whole area was devastated around Cartley Creek. I remember riding through these parts on the motorbike back then and just thinking, wow, you know, we actually stopped at the top of Fox Creek Bike Park here and had a look out, and it's just totally devoed, man. Like the trees were just charred remains. It was like scorched earth. Little did I know that a year or so later I'd be in here riding myself. Ride a bloody push bike. Back then, mate, I had no inkling I was wanting to ride a mountain bike. Even though I had one stashed under the house, going rusty, one that I bought back in 2002, which is that Specialised Eno hard rock, which I kindly donated to my son, and he's still got it. He still comes out and rides with me on it, and the gears don't change properly, and yeah, it's just a shocker of an old bike. But his e-bike should be arriving on the shores any tick of the clock. I keep saying that. Righto. And then it will be interesting to see how it actually performs on these types of trails, because yes, I'm not going to give too much away. I'm going to wait till he gets it, and we'll do a bit of a sort of review kind of thing. And yeah, I'll have a ride of it, and we'll swap bikes, and we'll compare notes, and just see what kind of fun you can get for the money. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't have to spend big bucks if you don't want to. And at the end of the day, man, like, this bike is way more capable than I am. I could have spent heaps less. But you know, I guess it's a matter of quality and longevity of, you know, the bike itself and components and all that sort of stuff, which I tend to take in consideration. You know, and I don't ride super hard, but you know, I get it dirty. So I think we're still. Yeah, it's very lame. Very dusty lamey. I was still on, what is it? Oh, yeah, handlebars. Cruisy connector. Maybe we're back on Easy Rider now. Where did I end up going? Oh no, that was that blue trail. So I was on dynamic tension too, I think. I think that's the one with all the switchback that just came out of. Yeah, that was dynamic tension. That's a blue trail. And then I've got onto on the Munny. So I think I'm on the Munny now. Yeah, I reckon I'm on the Munny. Or am I? Some of those trees, man. We're getting close to me bars. Hang on, so we've got another little switchback here. We go back up, then we go back across. What have we got there on the map? Immaculate Compaction, perhaps, now? Maybe? I don't know, it's pretty hard to tell. Strava doesn't even tell me the segments. I don't know what's going on there, so, yeah. Well, actually, the only segments Strava pulled up for me were, in fact, Blue Groove. 3 parts of it: Blue Groove top, Blue Groove bottom, and up the guts, which is basically, I think it's just that fire trail climb at the end of it, at the end of the ride. Once you get down to the bottom of Blue Groove, so you can go down to the bottom car park and get your mate to shuttle you back up to the top car park again. Or you can just use your e-bike, mate, and get a workout and pedal up bloody up the guts. But yeah, nice trails here, mate. I did enjoy it, and it's good to not have somebody up your arse, and that was one of the reasons why I came out here on the Monday as opposed to the Sunday. Would have been chockers, people everywhere. Would have been super dusty, I reckon, more so than it is now, with just the amount of activity happening. And yeah, I've got to just go up my own pace. Righto. Alright. Let's go and see what's up this side, eh? Camera's still going, bloody amazing. Yesterday it was absolutely useless. But I did a format of the card with inside the camera, so hopefully that's set it correctly. Oh yeah, check this dude out. Wait for it. Sweet. Don't know if I'll do that drop, but you know, I won't be doing that sort of stuff. That is for sure. Do that to the young'uns. Right, so I think here, getting onto Fox Long. I thought it was Fox Fast, but it's Fox Long. It does sort of go quite long all the way down with a bit of a, that's a black trail right at the end, but yeah, I basically take it up to Blue Groove and then just up here, yeah, now on, well no, not quite, just up here it is. This is the start of Blue Groove just here. So this is a blue rated trail apparently. For me it was pretty dark blue. I mean, you know, when you look back at it you sort of go, oh yeah, it's not that bad, to be honest. I mean, it's, when I say bad, I mean it's not that gnarly. It just depends on the speed you take it at, and you know, whether or not you can pop all those jumps and remain on the line that you're trying to take, because as you can see there's not a lot of runoff. You either go straight up the embankment or you go straight down it. So yeah, you know, I wasn't trying to go too slow. I wasn't trying to go flat out either. Oh, big lip there. Yeah, see that one there, mate? I was messing that one up. Jesus. Yeah, no. Just you want to make sure that your suspension rebound's spot on. You know, you don't want to hit a lip like that, just get thrown off, land awkwardly, and yeah. But you really do need to check the speed on this trail. It does gather quite a bit. It's they call it a bit of a taste of the gravity side of things. because it is reasonably steep without being super gnarly. So whenever you hear that that sort of ratchet noise, just after I pedal you hear the motor, when you hear that ratchet noise, that's literally just the motor overrun. Working against the free hub, I suppose you could say. So once I stop pedaling, it sort of...
This is get out of my comfort zone.
Oh, come on mate, harden the fuck up. It's not that bad. But yeah, I mean, you sort of look down the side there and you go, yeah man, let's just keep it on the straight and narrow here, try and look where you want to go. Just remember to look where you want to go and not where you don't. Otherwise you end up going there.
Get out of my comfort zone, mate.
So it continues on down here. Pretty sure, yeah, it crosses over Ridge Run, which is just a fire track. Gets into some switchbacks. Don't swallow the flies. So there's even little jumps along here, man. I mean, I'm sure dudes pop this shit like pimples on a 12-year-old. Now it's like, yeah, like that one there. Still got to get good at berms too. I'm still not exactly 100% sure how I need to take each berm, you know, my foot positioning. And yeah, I need some coaching on that. See there's a lip there. Oh yeah, I hit that one. Not too hard though. They're nicely banked though, to counteract the speed, which is good. Last little section just here, and down to the bottom of Blue Groove. See that tabletop there and that lip there, like, could probably launch that if you tried. There we go. So this is the guts. So I'm just going to turn around here and
You're right, that's the bottom.
That's the bottom car park, yeah. Fox Creek Road down there.
Yeah, so there you go, mate. Yeah, it's one of those trails that it's big and scary to begin with. I think they rated that blue, did they? So yeah, I need to grow some balls, I think. Yeah, so you can see why they do a shuttle service. You can see why they invented e-bikes. Do your own shuttle. You get it working out at the same time.
Exactly. So apparently got a 5th overall on this bit. It's quite a long trail. I wasn't even trying to do anything like that. I was literally just stopping, looking at the map, where to go here and that. So I guess if you wanted to, probably not too many people would go up there unless they've got e-bikes, you know, because it's quite a long, steady climb. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. Ta-da!